So I had just posted a verse from Hebrews, and it was going into how God created the world through His Son, and how it says the angels of God shall worship Him. So that goes into something that I was explaining, a couple of weeks back, but not or a week back, but not to stay on that with the particular verse. What I wanted to point out was that God created the worlds, plural, worlds through His Son. Now, it could have said earth, it could have said world, but it said worlds, making it plural. And I don't think that just pertains to the ocean and the creatures in there, or the land creatures, or the creatures that, are able to be sky dwelling creatures. And I know people are going to try to misrepresent what I'm saying right now, but I look at each one of those spaces as realms and worlds. Like, we can't abide there. So I'm not just talking about on Earth. I hope people understand what I'm saying about that, and don't think that I'm trying to get too deep or too scientific with it. But I also think that it's possible that it's things outside of here. Even with going to the book of Genesis, when it says the earth was void and without form, um, the realm that God pushed back with His light was a darkness, was a physical darkness. I learned this through another ministry, but it was a literal physical darkness that God had pushed back by His light. And so that in itself is a world. And then there's also possibilities that there's things outside of the earth. And so, with that being said, um, there's a lot of things that are happening that the government are going to inflate in different things. But you got to stay focused. You have to understand who God is for yourself. And I'm not saying making an idol. I'm not saying go rogue and do anything, outside of what the Bible is telling you to do. I'm telling you to know God for yourself and study His Word, because one of the things that one of the ministers I've been associated with, he's been saying is aliens can be part of the great deception, and it's something that we have to understand. But understand, Lucifer would not present himself as something that is evil. Like, people are not just going to worship and accept an evil looking creature. Understand these things can present themselves as comely. And so I'm saying all that to say, do not let different things about aliens and different things overwhelm you. Understand that God created these things, and so if God created them, then they're in His power. And so be confident to pray against them, and don't let what the world is trying to do as far as pushing fear about war here, because there's tensions rising, and it's very possible things could pop out soon. So you have that, and you have the aliens, and you have all this different stuff on U.S. soil going down, and just don't become overwhelmed, and understand that everything is in God's power. Peace.